We kind of have this situation even on the sociological, psychological level, you see. Whereas we tend to accept the womanness or femaleness of a woman based on her biological apparatus. We tend not to be so quick to accept the maleness or the manness of a man based on his biological equivalent. He has to add something to it. In other words, then, manhood is a created product. It is made and developed. That is why in every society, you're going to find males at some point taking out for special treatment. Not that females are not, but I'm speaking here of treatment. Because in this culture, you see, we got a lot of people getting upset because when we're talking about educating the black males, the very idea that at some point they will be separate from black females frightens a lot of folk. I don't know why. If you talk about African tradition, you should be used to that concept. The black males being separated from black females for years at a time. I'll talk in a minute here about the Samburu. The black males stay separated from the females essentially for 12 years during their education. The Maasai, a similar separation in pace and time, and you can go from one African tribe and group to the other. The African male is separated so that he can be taught the appropriate behavior to the survival of the group and the society, and taught how to relate to women. You see, we'll come back to that in a second too. One of the major problems with this society is that men and women are not prepared to live with each other. You send your children to school, they learn math, and they learn science, and they learn all this other stuff, and they learn everything but the very basic things that makes people happy. How to live one with the other. How to be happy one with the other. No courses in family. No courses on what it means to be a husband, or what it means to be a wife. No courses on how do you get along and resolve problems and issues within your family. No courses in terms of community relations and practice in community relations. And then you wonder why the society is so disorganized and destroyed, you see. But the older systems had the wisdom. They knew that you just couldn't throw men and women together without any training, without any preparation, and say, good luck, you see. And yet here this so-called advanced society will teach everything but what it takes for people to live together. Advanced. This is regression. That's why the divorce rate is so bad. The family situation is the way it is, and so forth. You must prepare men to live with women. And sometimes the best preparation requires that they be separated for a while so you can have some honest conversation and deal with each other in honesty. You know, men and women are like white folk and black folk. You can see the whole psychology of black people change when white folk come into the room. They get uptight, they get embarrassed, you know, we don't want to put the laundry out, you know, the whole thing. We want to look the best. You know, I was looking at this, speaking of Shahrazad Ali show there, this woman stood up, this black woman, during the show, and said, you know, something like, black folk, y'all act nice. Now remember, white America is watching. You know, let's be on our best behavior, you know. So we can't have an honest discussion or, you know, deep discussion because white folk are watching. And this often happens, of course, when you have men around women at certain points. You know, we gotta maintain our masculine ego. You know, we gotta, so it's difficult often for us to be honest and relate to each other honestly and deal with some issues because we are defensive about our image in front of women, as we need be, and vice versa. So in order to engage in an honest education of the male, there are times when males need to be together and deal with each other straightforwardly. And men do the best job of making men. Yes, and this has to be dealt with. Just as women do the best one with making women, ladies and gentlemen. And at some point, the boy is made into a man by men. And we have to bring that back into our equation if we are to survive as people. So manhood is not a given.